Gamescom opening night live is coming very, very soon. And we also have some new information on Spider-Man 2 with accessibility options and new graphics and performance modes being detailed but recently removed after Sony realized they may have messed up and put that out there preemptively. Before we jump into all the details, hit that like button to show your support for the channel and your excitement for Gamescom and Spider-Man 2. Subscribe if you're new and share the video to keep the community informed. Now let's talk about Gamescom opening night live. Obviously, there has been some details that have come out from Jeff Keighley himself, and he has talked about them focusing more on games launching in the next 12 months to not expect, any new crazy announcements, which doesn't come exactly as a shock because I don't think Gamescom has ever been this huge event that showed off a ton of new games, especially not from Jeff Keighley. I feel like typically Gamescom's conferences have always been kind of revolving around games we already knew about and games coming up in the near future. So it doesn't shock me that Gamescom will be focusing on existing announcements and games coming in the next 12 months. Now, that doesn't necessarily get rid of any exciting announcements. Obviously, if you're excited for Alan Wake 2 and Black Myth Wukong, those are going to be great games that you're going to want to look out for. But then there's also Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which we got to see at Summer Game Fest. And some are thinking, is it possible that we could also see 7 Rebirth once again here at Gamescom? And I don't think it's out of the question. I think it's unlikely. I don't think we're going to see Rebirth here, but I do feel like it is a possibility. It is definitely something I could see happening, but wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen. Then there is obviously Spider-Man 2. That's coming up very soon as well. So there are a lot of opportunities for us to see some exciting announcements, even if we've already seen them. But something I would like to see, and although I don't think it'll be there as well, is the Elden Ring DLC that we've been waiting for a long time. You know, they have shown a lot of stuff at Jeff's events, and I think that that'll likely be something that waits for the Game Awards. So it's certainly wishful thinking, but I do think it could be something that makes a possible appearance. So we'll see what happens when the event comes and goes. We'll definitely be live streaming it here on the channel. If you want to tune in, make sure you subscribe to stay notified when we do go live on the channel for us to stream the Gamescom event. Next, we're talking about Spider-Man 2. So a new update from PlayStation's own website confirmed some details that have been now removed about Spider-Man 2. And they showed a lot of accessibility options in the graphics and performance modes. They described fidelity mode as a 30 FPS with graphical features like ray tracing, enhanced lighting, and additional VFX. Temporal techniques provide an extra high-quality picture from 4K resolution base. And performance mode is described as 60 FPS without the extra graphical features and fidelity mode. Temporal techniques provide a 4K picture from a lower resolution base. So think like DLSS, for example, that NVIDIA uses with their technology to achieve higher frame rates and resolutions. Now, this is something really interesting that I'm pretty excited about and I think is very positive, right? I do think that fidelity mode is going to look excellent. I think it's going to look fantastic for those who are looking for the best graphics possible and they don't mind that 30 FPS experience. But I think performance mode is going to take it a step further because we're going to be getting 60 FPS and some form of 4K. So I do think there's a lot of excitement for this. I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited for this as well, as we've seen what Insomniac has done with previous titles, with ray tracing performance mode, with the regular ray tracing graphics mode, and then the regular performance mode. They've gone a long ways to make all these things possible. And they also did a 40 FPS mode as well, which is really nice. Shockingly makes a huge difference from the 30 to the 40. And I think that is something we're going to see here again as well. So a lot of greatness coming from Insomniac. I think that they are truly talented. They're really showing, they are one of Sony's best, if not their best at the moment. Some people argue that Insomniac is holding PlayStation down completely, and without Insomniac, they wouldn't have much, or at least not even close to as much on their portfolio for the PS5 titles. So it is a big statement, and I do think that definitely Insomniac deserves the praise, and they definitely are doing an incredible job. There's no doubt about that. Let me know what you guys think about all of this with Gamescom, obviously Spider-Man 2's performance and fidelity modes. As always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you didn't enjoy the video, hit that dislike button. Subscribe if you're new, and share the video to keep the community informed. I thank you all for watching. Take care.